Science and Technology, Academic Council member, and Associate Editor of International Journal of Librarianship and Information Science. Dr. Munazza Jabeen has been recognized for her contributions to the field with multiple distinctions. She also makes a significant research contribution by publishing a number of research publications in recognized journals and presenting research findings at different national and international conferences. With this introduction, I would like to invite Dr. Munazza Jabeen to share her experience, knowledge, and insights on today's topic. Today's topic is what we should teach about AI, artificial intelligence. So over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, all of you. Especially lots of regards to Madam Damayanti, Abhimani, Arusha, my all colleagues and friends. Very, very good morning and greetings from the land of Pakistan, which is land of love. Thank you very much once again that you people invite me to discuss a very important topic of the right time. This is the hot talk of the town, that is artificial intelligence, and share my views on that. But I am facing a bit problem that I'm not able to share my PPT with you guys. Abhimani, could you help me out to upload my PPT with you all guys?
Yes, madam, I can.
Yes, now I get the screen sharing. Okay. So this is very important topic. Actually, I have a fever and flu, so due to that, might be my voice is not clear enough. But I try my level best to deliver the lecture in a good way. I think my voice is clear enough for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. This is very important topic, and everybody is talking on that nowadays. That is artificial intelligence. Let me share about a bit history about librarianship, and from the last many centuries, there are two paradigms, which is actually real paradigms, which change our the way of thinking. One is when publishing was open in almost 14th century, and every material was able to read by everybody. That was the first paradigm, which was make the drastic change in the librarianship. The second paradigm, which is really very important as the publishing paradigm, that is advent of the internet. That is in the 20th first century. And again, I think this is again a big paradigm which make the revolutionary change in the society, and especially on the part of the librarianship. That is advent of artificial intelligence in the present time period. Now everybody thinking process and everything is going changed rapidly, because library is also being part of the society. So that's why the everything, the way we are doing in the library, the way we are doing performing in the library, everything is got changed. And as far as concerned to our students, to our user, everything is going to change, because, and this is the topic of today, what we should teach about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence transforming this whole world, and it's enable to everybody that we can personalized things, and we can make the personalized uh, things according to the use. So in artificial intelligence is really impacted a lot in our daily lives, or this presentation is also based on to know about what is the a bit history, current capabilities of artificial intelligence, popular artificial intelligence tools, fair use of artificial intelligence in academics, and its potential impact on the features. So these type of the so these are the contents which I'm going to cover during this discussion. AI, what it is, a bit history, current state of artificial intelligence technologies, very important popular search artificial intelligence tools, especially chat, GPT and beyond. Fair use of artificial intelligence in academics, the potential benefits of artificial intelligence, potential risk and challenges, ethical considerations in AI developments, and career and jobs in AI industry. So these are the contents of the present discussion. I would request to all of you that if you have any question during my presentation, please note it down or your copy, and we will discuss many things and might be question answer phase at the end of the presentation. The history and the development of AI. Early roots. First of all, we have to know that how it's come to be established in the present time period. What we are saying about now artificial intelligence, it was started in 20th mid-century of the 20th, and the pioneer was Alan Turing and John McCarthy. They were the preliminary personalities in mid-centuries. They were working on artificial intelligence. And if we think about the basic development of artificial intelligence, it was based on the machine learning. So the development of machine learning algorithm was keenly used in 1980s or 1990s. And after that, deep learning revolution came in the recent advancement, and we come to know that if we are using different artificial intelligence based different tools, so what they are and how they are working by the deep learning revolution. So this is the came into existence in the present time period, that came in the very near future, might be 10 to 15 years before. The current state of AI technology. The current state which artificial intelligence right now in our hands, and we can get the benefits from that, that is most of the time based on the natural languages processing. Artificial intelligence systems are capable enough to understand the human language, and the human language they make it capable, and they can listen, voice assistants even, or different translation tools they can use. For example, if we are going somewhere else, we are driving our car, so most of the time we are not used to use the map by typing something. We just speak in English, or might be our own native language and the national language, and they can find that way in front of us. This is the same task with Google. If you talk about that, I need to listen this song. So what is this? This is the natural language processing, whatever you are uttering from their mouth. Now the different search engines and tools, they can understand your language, they can understand your meanings, and they can find the exact information what you are demanding for. And the second state of artificial intelligence in the right time period, that is robotics. You can see most of the libraries even in the world now, they can use robot for the issue and returning the material and providing material to the library, and processing of the library processing by using robotics. The big example of that in Japan, and in even in Pakistan, there are few private sector universities, they are doing their work library tasks by using the different robotics. So this is again example, big example of the robotics and artificial intelligence Simultaneously, if we talk about in the field of the medicine and medical, internationally, lots of very developed countries like America, robotics are supposed to be operate very sensitive operations. For example, in brain operations and the heart operations by using robotics. So this is again a big example of AI technology in the different paradigm and the different field of the life. Computer vision's algorithm-based AI is also able to analyzing the images and videos and Excel sheets, and they can draw the exact information. For example, if we are using nowadays, this is very interesting thing for all of you, dear students and the colleagues, that nowadays the most popular the search engines or the AI tool is Chat GPT. I think you all are well familiar about that. If you are using 4.0 Chat GPT, so it is unable to take your uh, uh, document, your file. For example, you can put your Excel file of your data in that Chat GPT, and you just write it down that what was the objective of your research and what type of data and tables and diagrams you want out of this Likert scale data which you are putting in the form of the Excel sheet. So after that, you just run that and you will be very surprised that ChatGPT will make the different tables and different charts and different, they can make the t-test and one the different test on your data that would be the most compatible to your results, the most compatible with and in line with your objective of the study. So yes, this is the computer visions. So you just put your file over there and you just put the query and you can get the results. So you don't need to go on you don't need to go any other software to calculate and analyze the data. For example, we are using R and we use SPS as a different software. So these things are going to be handled by the AI based different tools, and they can help you out to the about your expected results. And this is the same case with the machine learning. Algorithm are enable use the a wide range of the applications from the detection and personalized recommendation to the medical diagnosis. And for example, if you talk about the social media, we are using X, the we can say Twitter, we are using Facebook, we are using Instagram. So this is the big data. If we want to go get the patterns about the Facebook, about the X, about the, for example, what the people are thinking about the Sri Lankan government, what the people are posting on the X. So if we get the data of that X, of course, that should be very huge. There are thousands and thousands of the tweets of the different public and the politicians and the layman and the practitioners and the leaders of the whole field of the people. They are writing on acts. So that's massive data you can retrieve from the acts, and if you can put it or down by using the different machine learning tools, so in that way you can get the different patterns about the what the people, what the laymen are thinking and what they are posting about the Sri Lankan political environment or the acts. So these type of basic information that can be extract from that big social media, and this is the same case with the medical field domain. We can get and we can use and we can get the results in the form of the patterns. So this is what AI technology is going to be used, especially in the domain of the academia and in the domain of the research, how we can use these type of natural language robotics, computer vision, machine learning, and if we are going to smartly play with these all, we would able to know and do lots of things that can be applicable in the domain of the research and academia, and students and the user can get the benefit out of it. I think I'm not getting more all of you, and you can get my point of view what I'm saying. Is it clear all of you, dear students and colleagues?
Yes, madam. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I've got it, ma'am.
Thank you. So this is very popular search artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT and beyond. So, for example, I would like to tell about advantages for academic use. So, how these AI-based tools are beneficial for our nowadays different tasks? Of course, by using these type of AI-based tools, efficiency would very much increased. We would able to know about quickly about the meaning and the generate and the history and the different summaries of the myth of the thing accurately by using any chat GPT. The big question over there that if we have the Google in a, we can search anything on the Google, then why AI take a big revolutionary change in the present time period? Of course, if we are search on the Google, that we will get the information in thousands of the documents. So we can see what is right, what is wrong, what is the research journal articles, what is the report. But if we want to get the very synthesized thing which will enable us and which will enable to understand that what is artificial intelligence and what is any terms. So very frankly, efficiently, we can get the information for AI tools. Creativity AI tools can help students brainstorming ideas. This is very important nowadays. For example, before it was very tough to know about the new things. For example, being a teacher, if I'm going to deliver my lecture, most of the time I provided my literature to the students that you have to read it out this literature at the night, and tomorrow you would come to my class when you read and go through this whole data. Sometimes those material are very tough for the students, so students are very like confused. But now it's very easy. They just read, and if they are not new languages and new thoughts, if they are not clear enough for that, they just put on the different chat gpt tools, and they can get the many things in a very easy way, and it would enable to brainstorming with the student what it is and how it has to be linked with the different terms, with the different examples. So thus it's, we can say that with the advent of the AI, it's came a revolutionary change in academia use, and student would enable to make their concepts clear enough, and they can use different approaches for understanding their own thoughts and the ideas. Accessibility is another big thing which is really very important for the students, that if they want to know about anything, yet they just accessible, they want to something read according to their need and use, they just type their query over there, and they would able to get the lot of data that would be accessible to anybody, and they can get the different concepts. For example, if we are going to want to get any research, and we don't know in which area I should you know go through, and which areas are very alarming nowadays and hot cake, so we just put the any query on the AI technology based tool, so we can get the very clear concept and the different topics. And not only topics, they can give us the different, that the how I can complete this research, and how what type of methodology I can use. So these type of things, it's a fair use of AI tools that would enable to the researcher and the students to get the information which is really very valuable for them. So this is also, as I told you, it's also very helpful, the research papers. If any student want to write a research paper, of course, copy paste, it's not allowed. And now every, plagiarism based software detect AI also. If I copy paste anything from AI tools in enable to the users and the students to make their concepts clear, to enable them to make new concepts and to understand the new things, that how it would work. But it's exactly not that you just paste the whole things and put it, the whole information in the assignment and put and submit it to Mrs. Damayanti and Arusha and anyone. Of course, they will check it out. Your information when you are putting, when you submit it to the teacher, they will detect how much plagiarism in it, how much AI based assistance in that. So these assistance tool are useful your academic clarity, your accessibility about the material, your you can save your time efficiently, you can get the different hints that how you should start your works. So these are the very important points which AI tools give you for your own assistance, but you cannot use as your intellect. Of course, by using and by taking the notes of these AI based technology, you have to start your own journey. And after that, you have to do your work according to your own way by using these all guidelines which is provided by AI tools. I think it would be understand to everybody. It's not tough. So, are you getting my point of view, dears?
Yes, madam.
There are simultaneously limitations and drawbacks, of course. So, AI tools provide accuracy. If I talk about accuracy, I'm not totally agree with that. All, if I can say, I'm not agree 98% that it not be false, because if you are putting any query on that, so simultaneously these AI tools make some wrong references. Most of the time they made very wrong citations and put it in your document. And if you want to cross check those citations from the Google Scholars, from the different sources, from the different databases, you cannot get that data what AI telling you. So accuracy is a big issue and challenge is the real time period. So never rely on that. As I discussed and mentioned before, that you can just get the guideline from that, but not wholly solely depend on that. That what they are writing on that, that everything is up to the mark, not at all. You have to know what they are guiding you, and after that you have to be checked each and everything thing and cross check by using different tools, by different databases and search engines, and find the different, of course, your relevant most material on the uh, different sources of information, and then make it sure. And by using on your references, you have to write your own way. You have to draw your own things. Otherwise, it would be a great challenge to you when once you submitted that material anybody to anywhere. It would be great challenge for you because the citation that most of the things were not accurate. So of course it's artificial intelligence. Sometimes artificial intelligence make to provide the different things, and they made many things wrongly and portray in the wrong way. So accuracy, to make accurate, and the to how much credible your work it's all depends on your own efforts. You have to put your own efforts to make it up to date and credible. That would be appreciated by the others if you put your own attentions to make it accuracy. And originality is also challengeable, and there is a big also drawback in that, because artificial intelligence can challenge students' ability to develop critical thinking. Of course, many times when your teachers and your seniors and your supervisors are giving you that you have find some good topics. So if you think, for example, by your own self, AI just came now in the present time period. But if you talk about Ranganathan and other many famous librarians, even so, you just think that how they came to know these five laws, and after that, those laws by changed by the other. Different librarians and the different library professionals according to needs, and still we are working on that. Of course, they don't have these type of the different tools, but what they think, they understand the pulse of the profession. They know what is happening around them, what type of thing is going to be happen in the library. They are doing proper need assessment of the users at their own library. So after that, they are moving ahead and they are conducting the research, and they are writing the different books and the papers and the things. So in that way, the originality came to be established in the previously. But if you are putting everything on AI, or AI, sometime AI is generating those things which is really very, very important, but not with the perspective of our own region, on our own country, on our that specific area which we are situated and we are living. And they are providing that information according, might be US, might be Australia, might be another very developed nations and European countries. So that exactly we are putting, and we are copying it, we are doing our own perspective, so it would not be beneficial. So this is very important that we, in this way, with, if we are relying totally on these websites and these AI tools, might be we are stopping our own critical thinking, and we are not thinking enough by our own selves. So this is again a limitation and might be a challenge and the drawback of the real time period due to AI based tools. Ethical concerns, later I also in detail discuss these ethical concerns. So I will discuss after a few time. Yes, this is ethical considerations. Plagiarism. Plagiarism is a big concerns nowadays, because if we are copy paste from different databases, for example, if I copy paste from any research article, and if we detect that plagiarism by using different turnitin and different softwares, you must have different might be software at your own country place. So that data detected, and it has to be highlighted, and your document would be highlighted that these lines you have taken from that document, and you have to remove, otherwise your plagiarism is enough. And this is that same task if we are copy paste from AI based tools. So we are putting in our own, so it would be plagiarized. Of course, it would not be your intellect, it would not be by your own property. You cannot say this is my document. It would be the A% document, B% document, and C% document. So that matter. This is very important that students understand that ethical implications are very important, that if we are using AI tools based data somewhere in our assignment, somewhere in our research paper, somewhere in our research proposal. So we have to be admitted that we have to put the information aside that this area or these assignments is compiled by the help of AI tools. If you will ignore and you will not mention that, so it means that you are plagiarized. So ethical implications of using AI generated content are ensure proper and attribution. Right now, all international journals, if we are putting our papers for publishing to any Sage and Science Direct and Emerald and any research journals database, they must ask that if you complete your research work and what you are putting online by the help of AI tools, so you have to admit it first. So you have to click yes, I completed this work by using AI tools. So now everything is acceptable that AI, but you have to be ethical consider that if you are using AI, that you have to be admitted that AI participated to complete this work. Privacy is also an ethical consideration. Students should be mindful of the data privacy concern when using AI tools and avoid sharing sensitive information. Privacy is very important. If students would have any private and those type of information that would not be shared with anybody, so it has to be kept private and not shared to everybody. Biasness is also a sometime many things written on the these type of AI tools that reflects different bias, racism and different things, so that not to be presented in your own work. Transparency. Transparency is the key. Students should be open about their use of AI tools. Yes, openly you can talk about. Sometimes we said that if we will, that if I'll talk about that, yes, this I complete this assignment by using AI, so my image would be down, and teacher would consider that oh, he or she not do too much attention to complete his or her assignments. So this is not a big deal. You have to be acceptable for the sake of the transparency. Impact on student learning. There are simultaneously very plus points of these AI based yeah, students learning tool. Enhanced engagement. AI tools, of course, personalized learning experiences and make learning more engaged. Of course, for example, if I'm going to give you one thing for the search, for example, I'm going to give you any task that what is the role of social media for the usage of, what is the usage of social media for academic purpose in undergraduate students, for example. So I'm giving this assignment to whole class, and class is consisted on 20 students. So everybody were uh, search out the material according to their own thoughts and their own personalized ways, and get the data by their own think and thought. So this is what happened. These are AI based tools, personalized learning, enable the personalized learning. Everybody is able to learn and read and get the data according their own ways and according their own demand. Deep understanding, it's enable to the users to deep understanding about each and everything. Now to learn a very tough to tough thing and a very light to light thing, you just put it on any query on that, and after a few time you can get the different results out of that in a different way. If you put over there with theory that please explain in a very easy way, so with very light example, and might be right with the example in the field in the domain of library and information science, so you would able to, and you would be very surprised to, you would get lots of example for learning perspective that would be give you deeper insight to understand individually a single even the term. So yes, simultaneously critical thinking it's enhanced. For example, previously we see that there is a big challenge as well, that critical thinking are stopped enough, and students are stopped to critical thinking might, but might be sometime sometime if you want to think something, and if you want to get something new, then my AI tools give some very um, alarming and giving very um, original piece of work in a way and give you a right way direction where by taking that direction you should start thinking over that in your own perspective way and in your own native area. For example, if the students are in Colombo, the digital divide, if students want to do something on artificial on AI based environment, so AI tool will give the instruction that you should work on digital divide. What is the level of the digital transparency at Sri Lanka? So might be the student who are sitting in the Colombo who's taking in another way, and the students who are sitting in the Candy is thinking another way. So in this AI give us or give the direction and give the critical thinking to the users to think over that and give a pathway to start thinking over that. Skill gaps, over reliance on AI can hinder students' development of the core academic skills such as critical thinking. Yeah, I talked earlier about that. Potential for misuse. Of course, there are lots of misuses. The first of all misuse, that is cheating. This is very common. Cheating. Students may misuse AI tools to generate assignments, of course, and students can do their assignments by using chat GPT and misuse it and submit and ignore the genuine learning. If AI tool was not being um, advanced, might be they can use different databases, download different articles and reports, and by leading and by reading those documents they will able to make their own assignments. In this way students easily can within minutes can get the information and download the information from the AI tools and make it compile and put it this one for all information in the one assignment and submit to the teacher. So this is misuse of the potential uh, of the AI tools. Misinformation, this is very important. This is also a big debate nowadays. Once AI, we are saying AI is a big blessing in the present time period. Of course, no doubt. Being a teacher, I'm very much facilitator from that. Most of the time, many things, many concepts, simultaneously many concepts for one thing, which I came to know might be I go through from 50 to 60 research papers. Then I came to uh, synthesize one point. But now just I can use AI tools to synthesize my ideas. So it's okay, but simultaneously it's going to be the part of the misinformation, misguide to the students, mislead to the students. Um, uh, Sometime, as I previously told you that sometime you are saying like write this introduction and provided some citation as well. So uh, AI based provide a well structured introduction, but as far as concerned with the citation, the whole citation would be wrong and it would be create a misinformation. And when you will cross check that individual citation, you were not able to even find one single citation. So this is also a big challenge, and with the help of the algorithm and with the help of the credibility, or definitely AI, with the passage of time, it would be more enhanced, more credible. Work would be done on that, and the different perspective we would come to know. So these type of things would be settled, but right now it's again a big source of misinformation, because many in on the daily basis I found lot of uh, um, misinformation and misleading information and fake information from my students' assignments, masters even, and PhD level assignments. They are putting wrong information, and when I came through that, and I probed them that who told you this one and from where you get this information, and then I see they get the information from the even AI-based tools that is fake. So in the present time period, everybody should be very careful for the using of AI tools based information by not taking eyes on that, keep eyes on that, that this information can be misleading, can be cheated, can be created the misinformation. So these are the potential misuse. Fair use of information is another thing, but misuse we shouldn't do it. Unattended consequences. The potential for misuse raises concerns about the ethical and societal implication. Of course, if we are going to use the misinformation and putting on the some social media and some the information, first of all, that information is misleading, fake, and the second important thing, we are putting on the social media websites. So of course, it would be created different consequences. Even though in Pakistan recently, might be 1 month ago, our CM of one province, she was she put a wrong picture and wrong picture which was generated by AI, and she pretended that they took the picture, and after that analysis of that picture, and then came to know, and she put the whole information on X. So it was great debate on that in Pakistan, that what is the level and what is the think tank level of the CM of the Punjab province, that she is putting misinformation and misleading information, and by putting that picture, lots of debates uh, were flared up, and everybody was uh, putting many wrong things on that, and in this way social implications was started. So yes, by you to use these AI based tools are not bad, but to keep the things on that it should be credible, it should be up to date. This is very important. It should not be misleading. This is very important. This is again very important thing, that institutional policies and regulations. Definitely, if we are being part of an institute and we are heading of any institute, so we should keep our eyes on that, and we should be very aware that we have to follow some sort of law, rules, regulation, policies, and we have to keep these all things to compliance different problems. So policies, we have to be um, write it down very clear policy for the plagiarism as far as concerned to the at the end. I would ask about you that what are the policies of institutional policies and regulations of Sri Lankan institution, especially Open University and Information Studies for the plagiarism. As far as concerned, as far as to concern to the Pakistan, our Higher Education of Commission, HEC Pakistan, provided a very clear policy of the plagiarism. And now artificial AI based policies also we have. So 90, less than 90% plagiarism is allowed in our document, that we can use fair use of any document, that in the whole document it should be less than 19%. You can get the information from any document, from book, from the any report, from any paper, that should less than 19%. And now AI also less than 19%. AI also individually deducted from our software that is standard in. We are supposed to be assess the assignments of the students and the research papers. When I'm putting online and uploading online papers of my students, I always check the plagiarism and AI, and if I detected more than 19%, I return back to that document to the student and said that you have to, this is the report, and you have to reduce your plagiarism and AI in that specific um, paragraphs. So that's why these plagiarism and AI detection should be less than that, and then I will able to put on the a different software. So yes, for that matter, AI tools, plagiarism and AI detection should be restriction, should be in the institution, and we have to make our own policies to make this make it sure that students should be careful, and they try to do their work by using their own intellect and learning something. Academic integrity, of course, enforcement of rules. This is again a big thing that it would enable to get your institution on the good ranking, and integrity make your institute integrate and credible enough, and you have to be uh, create some clear policies to violate these, and if anybody violate the rules and regulation, so he or she must be punished for that. Digital literacy, this is very important, and this is the task of the real time period of we librarians and we library professionals and we library school professors, that we have to train the society for that, for the layman, for the students, not only student of the library information science. We have to train the common users who are coming in our library, to tell them that uh, what is the use of AI, what is the fair use of AI. We have to introduce these type of programs and trainings and workshops in the umbrella of information literacy programs in the library. So in this way, we have to generate our content, and we should uh, uh, um, um, uh, aware the different library users in a way to know that how they can use their fair content, and how they can write their assignments and their academic performance, how they can increase their academic. Of course, when they sit in the exams, they have to be, no one can help them out. So these type of things we have to launch our own platform of the libraries. The future of AI in the academia. Of course, AI enable to academia for the collaboration learning. AI tools facilitate to make the collaborations and learning by the students and the different initiatives learning experience. So in this way, it would enable to the academia to make the more collaboration, more learning environment. Creative exploration. Of course, AI tools already empower the students and the researchers to explore different ideas, to generate new ideas, to implement the different innovative solutions, and provide their deeper insight on anything. Personalized learning, it's enable to personalized learning and advanced research. Of course, we would be able to know that what is going around the world, and we come to know the different perspective of the different countries. For example, if we come to know that what is the new concept, and what type of research is going to be conducted on the different regions of the world. So if we make the comparison with the different continents, so we come to know that what type of researches they are doing, and what is the level expertise of that. So in this way, we come to know the real advanced research areas of the time. So here I'm going to give you 10 minutes break in a way that if you have any question or any debate, so we have to be discuss in that and then I will go ahead. If you have any query regarding these all aspect which I am discussing, we just want to discuss right now and then I will move ahead.
We understand, ma'am, earlier discussions about that.
Yes, Professor.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also really thinking about that ethical use of AI. Actually, we will, if we are using the AI, we have to have a clear guidance, no? So that is very, very important, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So before starting the service through AI, we have to have a clear guidance. So, no?
Yes. Yeah.
Guiding.
Uh-huh. Yes, Mrs. Damayanti, this is very important, and this is a hot talk of the town in a way that, I'm just telling you my personal experience. Last before 20 days, I have a collaboration with some German professors, and they came to Pakistan, and we have a deliberate discussion and the seminars. So in that seminar, we have to put too much attention on that every library and every university and every institution should make our own rules and regulations and guidelines, that what is according to that on institution, what they think about the fair use of information. This is very important. We have to formulate our guidelines,
Yeah.
and we have to keep eyes on that, and in this way we would able to make the things strengthen and scrutinize. Otherwise, with the help, if AI would able to every students to copy paste everything, and they would not learn anything, and it would not be beneficial for them. So for me, for example, being a teacher, I would always cross check each and everything on the students by my own self, and track changes and send them, and I strictly told them that I would not take any response with the help of AI. You are not allowed to put any information in the document by creating any artificial intelligence based tools. So in this way, teacher have, I think teacher and the coordinator and supervisor are more bound to know, to check each and everything. Otherwise, student would not bother, and they will cheat and they will misuse the information. So you have to make their own rules and guidelines, and tell them clear enough that this is your red line. You should not cross this red line, and if you will cross this red line, you will not get the marks in the exams. And we have to put these things. Otherwise, our students would not learn anything. They just it's within the nanosecond they can get the information. They can copy and paste. I think we should make the rules. What do you think, Mrs. Damayanti?
Yeah, actually, that's correct, Professor. Mm,
So
So,
have you any sort of policy which you have made in for your own library? For
yeah,
example, as I discussed in my in this lecture,
yeah,
that for higher education of commission, provided as a very clear policy that 90, less than 19 plagiarism is allowed in the document, and 5% AI, only 5% AI
Hmm.
based information is allowed in the document. If the
Mm-hmm.
document, for example, my master's thesis or PhD thesis, my student would submit it under my supervision, I have to cross check by using different softwares, as we have turned it in software. So we have to check it out that if the document, the thesis would be less than 5% AI, it would be all right. It's okay. And the plagiarism less than 19%, it's okay. Then student would able to submit that document. Otherwise, he cannot submit unless he or she can remove that plagiarism and AI material from the document. So this is policy was made by the HEC government of Pakistan, and we have to be follow being the part of HEC.
Mm. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Dear Professor, excuse me.
Yes,
May I pose a question?
yes.
Now, I have two questions actually. Now, the first thing is setting a threshold for the AI, as you said, in sometimes we advise students or researchers to have that we can accept AI content below 20% or 19%. So
Mhm.
sometimes, with my experience, maybe you also have the same experience. If someone submits a paper with a higher AI content, we will send them back for revisions. And in the next time, the paper might come with zero AI content or something less. But actually, when you go through the document, you will notice that some they apply certain techniques. You might also know certain techniques uh, to, to mislead the software. For example, if Turnitin checks the document, because of certain techniques the user have used in the document, they will not detect AI, but still AI content is there. So what is your advice, madam, for such situations? We can't solely depend on, can we solely depend on the value that the software gives us? Or as teachers or as scholars, do we have to go through the document and with our own perception, should we identify or should we identify a certain content that are supposed to be created by AI? So
Okay.
my, yeah,
First of all, thank you very much. This is a very genuine question, dear Anoma.
yeah.
You are very right that students have lots of tasks to hide these things. There are lots of softwares also available in the market, which you can change your tags with those documents, and might be they rephrase their actual context, actual sentences which you are taken from the chat GPT, and you just put it on another software, they can transform and rephrase that things. If you are as far as concerned to Tanatin, being a academician, because this is restriction of our academia, we have to follow the Tanatin, because first of all, I have my own, being a coordinator, I have my own user ID and password. I have to check, and in my university, our quality assurance, they are also sure to check it out each and every document for the final submission. So they have their own checks. They cannot make any like put it off any thing, and they check the real thing. If they detect, they send it back to me being supervisor, that I have to keep it eyes on that, and it has to be less than that. Second, your question is this: first of all, we have to go through the software because we don't have another way. Second thing, being supervisor, rely I didn't rely on the students, because I know they are, student is always a student. He want to many times do to complete their work. by using different things. I always go through by my own self, because if you keep eyes on AI based tools, they have their very specific type of English that is quite different from the human English. For example, of course, I'm not foreigner, I'm not American, I'm not UK based person. My English expression might be a bit different from that English expression which is written by the chat GPT or AI based tools. So to be very honest, if I uh, read many things of the students, frequently I came to know it has not to be written by the student, it has to be written by any machine. So I keep my eyes on that, and I specifically give the track changes on that you should rewrite on that, and you have to elaborate in that way. So of course, simultaneously being teacher, but it's very difficult, if we have 20, 30 students in a class, we cannot make great check on that we have to go through each and every sentence of the student which is submitted by the student to me. So of course we have to check it out by the Turnitin, and we have to follow the that software. As far as concerned to international standards, even if we are putting upload any paper and any chapter of international journal and somewhere else on the international database, they have these type of software with which is installed in their database. When we are downloaded and uploading our paper in that website, in the same time period, they screen each and everything of our document, and many times that journal detect AI and artificial intelligence based document and the lines and the plagiarism, and send you back that this is not the content which is generated by you exactly. So of course, internationally AI based things which is not, we don't have another way expect to believe on these different softwares, and a bit we have to rely our own capabilities and put bit more attention to the students work by our own selves. So this is my response on your question. So we
Yes,
have to keep open our eyes on that.
yes, madam. Thank you so much for your explanation. Thank you.
And what about your second question?
Uh, Actually, that is now sometimes since we are since English is our second language, most of the time people will do their own writing and they will use the AI tool to polish it in a way to,
Mm,
yeah.
mm.
So I think being a third world country where English is not our first language, I think that is fair because our ideas are original, but we are using the software just to polish our language. But still, such content is also detected by the software as AI generated. So,
Exactly. This is
yeah.
a big question. Once, of course, this is your idea, might be you retrieved that idea from the help of your results, which is taken from the different statistical, you usage, and on the basis of your results, you generate your idea. But when you put your idea on the AI-based tools, it would not be detected that the original idea was yours.
Hmm.
Of course, it was came out and you retrieve it from now AI, and you just polish your English, but it's also being part of AI based. So in this way, you cannot, the demand, you cannot challenge that material, that original idea was yours. For that matter, I'm just giving you suggestions that you shouldn't put your main thought and main idea on the AI tools, but you can use a different other tools which only for the use of the refine of your English, rephrase your English. There are lots of other software which is available in the market, free of cost and open source available there. It would be enabled. For example, I'm telling you one name is Grammarly.
Hmm.
Might be you
Yeah.
know or you don't know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Grammarly is
Grammarly.
also, yes,
Hmm.
this is a software. This is a free of cost available software. But if you want to use on advanced form, for example, you want to rephrase your rephrasing your main document, and you want that it should be polished your the document. So you have to pay some money, and you can uh, take that software, and you can use it. But free, on the free mode, you can change the synonyms and different things. So in this way, there are lots of things which will enable to refine your language. But I advise you that you shouldn't put your original idea on the AI, because of course, when you keep that thing copy and paste in your own material, it considered that it was created by the AI, not by you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, madam. Thank you so much for your explanation. Thank you.
Have any other question?
Madam, what do you think about contents we are getting from AI, and they transfer to some humanized softwares? Humanized means there are some softwares for content turned to humanized ideas.
For
What do you
example,
think? So I have no any idea, but there are some softwares.
actually, I didn't get your question. What you want to ask?
getting information from AI, and
Uh-huh.
to turn it that information turn into our own words. Is that
Okay.
okay? Uh-huh.
If you are getting information from the AI tools, and you
Yes.
want how you can make it translate in your own language, like in your own language, in a way that it should not be being part of AI detection. So there is only one way, that if you just use the AI tools to make the clarification of your idea, and when you conceive and perceive your main idea, then you would able to write your own way on your own document, rather than to copy that material and paste your file. If you do like that, it would be being part of AI. But if you perceive the main idea from AI document, and then you would able to write it down in your own words, so that would be humanized. But if you want that AI document, AI English, you can use in your own, you cannot able to use your own way. So there are several software which is available online, where you can replicate that English, rephrase that English. For example, one software is Qbolt. That is a one software. You just copy AI material and you put it in Qbolt and rephrase that document. That document totally rephrase in different words. And then you see that if you need to make it arrange your own words, and then you will make it rephrase uh, on your own words, or use that Qbolt material. So when you put that data internet in, it would not be AI based. So there are many software which is change the AI based data into Qbolt.
Thank you, madam.
Have you any question, or should I go ahead? Now I should start again. That is the fair use of artificial intelligence in academics. What is this? Mrs. Damayanti was asking about that I told earlier that what is fair use of information? We have to use the responsible use as several questions you already asked about that how we can use responsible use, how we can make it transparency, how we avoid misinformation. Of course, we have to check it out that what AI based information is generating and telling us, is it accurate, is it true? In fact, this information which is provided by AI tools, is it available in the Google Scholar, this document or not? So we have to be cross check the different things and not trust on AI based generate information. So most of the time artificial intelligence based generated information are not true. So we have to be careful about putting any information anywhere without cross check, or and yeah, only fair use of information is also that we can use it educational purpose only, and we can use it only for make our consensus develop, make our brainstorming, and make the concepts are clear, and only for the sake of educational concepts one gets clear, then we have to move on and we have to download the different material and related material and read and go through that material, and after that we have to make our own things and our own assignments and our own presentations. Everything we have to make our own self rather than to believe on AI based things. Potential pitfalls and ethical concern. Misinformation है, over reliance on AI, privacy and security, and these all things I discussed earlier. This is a very important point which Mrs. Damayanti was asking about intellectual property right and copyright, navigating copyrights and intellectual property rights. Abhimani, are you listening my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhimani, please, during that my presentation, where the presenters are here and the PPT is here, please take few pictures and share with me after that.
Okay, ma'am.
And when you share on Facebook, please tag me in your, you know, in your post.
Okay, ma'am.
Navigating copyright, this is very important. Most of the time we are getting information, we are copy information, we are pasting information, but we are never understand that it has to be used by using any copyright. So ensure, and we have to understand copyright law and how they do apply to AI generated contents, particularly in relation to the text and images. If we are copying and paste any image and everything, so we have to know that we have to be careful about the copyright, because we never know who is the actually writer of this document, who is actually responsible of this intellectual property. So we are copy pasting, so we should take concern about that. Attribution requirements. AI generated content must be properly attributed, and any copyrighted material should be used with fair use guidelines. For example, I am using any AI based generated, but I have to provide the citation and the dual right to that individual who is the real owner of the, who is the real intellectual of that information. So this is very important. Legal resources and consultation. Consult legal resources and seek advice from experts on navigating complex legal issues surrounding copyright and AI. If we are facing any type of copyright and artificial intelligence based any problems, we have to consult the different lawyers. For example, in our library, we are daily basis copy, uh, uh, you know, uh, take the printouts and what I can say, copy paste and take the printouts, and we are doing, for example, we are taking the printout of the whole document, whole book, whole paper, but we never think about the copyright law. Of course, I consider that we are in big nation of third world country, so we are privileged enough to take the advantage of that, but we have to follow the certain rules of the copyright law. So these type of things we have to be taken care when we are using AI use based things and other things copy paste. Best practice for citing and attributing AI generated contents. When we are going to do something, we have to cite and giving proper citation of AI generated contents, then it would be very fair, and it shows that you if you take the advantage and if you get the data from AI, anything, so you are properly giving the citation. Transparency, clearly state that use AI tools in the resource process. We have to mention that yes, for the completion of this work, I use the help of AI for the completion of this research process. So we have to be make it clear, and we have not to be challenge the privacy of the material. Tool identification, specifically the name of the AI tool or the platform used. We have to mention that what AI tool we have used. For example, we have used Google Form, we have used Chat GPT, whatever, what type of tool we have used, we have to mention that we use this software, the tool for the completion of this work. Input and output, provide the details about the input prompts and the specific output generated by AI. We have to write down that what type of inquiry we have putting on the search bar when we searching the material, what was the query, and what and against that query what type of result was occurred, and we have to tell the reality in the document. Source citation, cite the AI tool or platform as a source, similar to how you would cite any other sources. For example, we are putting source, when we are putting source, we are writing the book name, the publisher name, the everything in the, if we are putting the journal, we are putting the author name, um, that topic, the title of the document, the journal name, the citation, the page, the everything, we are putting information over there. So in this way we are, if we are taking anything, so we have to provide the citation. How we can provide the citation? We provide the name of the that specific AI software source, AI tool, and we have to the query, what query we have generated, what type of data we have retrieved. So this type of information we have to be provided in the references section, which usually we are providing at the end of the document. So in this way, if we are practicing, so in this way we can make the credible our information, and we acknowledge that yes, for the completion of our own work, we have using this AI tool for our own research. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
PPT is can be seen by you, presentation.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We can say.
Okay, good. So these are the strategies for integrated AI tools, ethical, human oversight. So what type of strategies, what you think, what you have in your mind, that what type of strategies we should opt? Of course, we have to, the it's very difficult, as Aroma asked several questions, very difficult to find if the students ethically not mentioned this, that this information is generated by AI tools, and if the Turnitin software didn't deduct that area, so it would be very difficult for a teacher, for a supervisor to find that information. So as my previous slide, I told that ethically we have to mention the source of that information. It's not a feel of ashamed that of course English are not our native language, that we cannot put the things, and we can, if we are not putting it means we are hiding something. So why we are hide? So we have to opt the different strategy to consider these tools ethically. Human oversight. Ensure human oversight and critical evaluation of AI generated contents, avoiding blinding reliance of the automated process. Of course, we have to open our eyes and open our brain even. Then we should not be believe on that, because many times AI based generated texts are blunder, really make blunders, very outdated information, sometimes very wrong information, misleading and misinformation they are providing. So human oversight, of course, it's not human. So it's generated by the artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence also generated by the humans. So we have to be awake our oversight, and we have to synthesize the things and make the things, make it a comparison with each other. Then we will make our own comparison, either it would be true and it wouldn't be true. So then we should not be copy paste lightly, and we should know the reality and cross check by using different databases of the different things. And if it would be double crossed checked by the different databases, then we consider that it's credible, and then you can use it. But you cannot use by using authentic, citation. You have to be provide the citation and acknowledge, yes, we are using uh, AI based tools. Transparency in methods. Clarity disclose that the use of AI tools in research methods, promoting transparency and reproducibility. You have to mention that clear enough in your methodology. Yes, we are using AI tools, so it should not be misleading for the others. Ethical guidelines. Adhere to ethical guidelines for AI use in research, promoting responsible and accountable practices. So these are the potential benefits of AI in healthcare. I already, told that its diagnosis different, diagnose different diagnoses, or drug discoveries. Even it's uh, it's very helpful for operationalized, very sensitive operations, and very critical for example, brain operation. And it's uh, brain is a very delicate, aspects of human body. So AI is very keenly and very sensitively operation done by using AI. So this is a very potential benefit of AI in the field of healthcare. And of course, energy consumption and sustainability, it's also very beneficial. Education is also take a drastical change and change and revolutionary changes in education and research. So it's provide the guideline for the users, for the students, for the teachers, for the researchers. So it opened a new horizons for the researchers, and take the researchers or other paradigms there. They can make the different things, and they can make the comparisons, and they can able to even the critical thinking and make the debate with the different philosophers and scholars. So it's also take a great outcomes in the domain of the education and a proven education system and the research as well. And especially in the area of the academia, it's take a great revolutionary changes for all stakeholders, like students, like teachers, faculty members, practitioners, and professionals. The professional risk as well and challenges. the big problem which we are considering and which is also everybody's talking about, that if these robotics are very common, when it would be very common, and by the end of 2015 it would be very very common in all over the world. So these robots would replace the humans, and humans job would be dislocated and jobless in the whole world. So this automation become would be take a disaster in the world. So it would be a great concern for the human beings, that if these AI based things replace the humans, so then what humans would do for that? Privacy and security, of course, these reports, even the things would be private and secured enough by the help of the human beings, it has to be very private and very secure. Many times people will never discuss anything, even for their husband, never discuss many secrets with the wife and their kids. They always keep the secret in their hearts. But with the help of these reports, thus every secret would not be the secret, it would be an open secret. So again, it would take a very bad thing and misuse of the sensitive information which should not be leaked, and which should not be disseminate and among the others. Bias and discrimination is also, I already discussed that it would be a again a big question for the uh, AI based tools, that it would increase most biasness, and the data would lead the most biased, and it can be used unfair and discrimination. This outcome would be discrimination based. Ethical concerns also, because we cannot bind this machine to everybody. We can, what the machine is doing, we cannot do anything with these tools. We are doing something our on level. We are reading carefully, we are using this data by incorporating by the other software, we are detecting this data by another software, but this machine, but these tools we cannot restrict. So in this way, this is on a very initial stage in the present time period in AI. It's just beginning of AI, but with the passing of each and every day, lots of new things and techniques are going applying on each and every aspects of AI. So we have to be careful. The future would be not would be very, it might be dark enough, and these are the potential risks. So, and a big challenge for the human beings in the future. Ethical consideration in AI development and use, which I already discussed: transparency, fairness, fair use of information, or fake information, misleading information. If you knew that in the era of the COVID, information, the fear information, the real information was not too much, but the misleading and misinformation was flare up on the social media, and everything. Every time we are misled by the misinformation, although then that time AI was not flared enough, but if flared enough, that have a look that what happened at that time period. So that time, if the main problem was at that time period was not the real information, to handle misinformation was the big question at that time period, that how we can hide that misleading information for the public, because people were, very tragic and very uh, uh, you know, uh, afraid from each and everything, and it was very misleading. And we were able to, we were not able to that hide that misleading information. So again, privacy and data security is a big challenge. It would become the big challenge, and we cannot hide the secret. And it would be open secret to everybody. Accessibility and responsibility. Not a single person would take the responsibility of that, because it AI based. So every information can be replicated by every machine. So nobody can take the responsibility. Yes, it is by, and of course, if not everybody take the responsibility, so not the uh, problem can fix, and now we can we cannot make any punishment fixed to anybody. So this is a big problem. How to prepare students for the AI driven future? So we have to be uh, prepared our students that they have to computational thinking, they have to be develop critical thinking. If they take the different ideas and copy paste, take things from the AI generated tools and they discussed with you and sit with you, that this is the responsibility of the teacher, responsibility of the supervisor and the researcher, that he or she should debate on that each and every perspective of which the students came in you, and you flare up different aspects and put the student in that he has to be think different aspect of that topic which he want to do research and that, and we have to offer and we have to enter the students in the era of the critical thinking, in the even sometime in not in a positive way, in the negative aspects we have to put in front of that student, and we said that why you are not thinking that perspective in that way, in that area you can think like that, and then concise your different ideas and then come up with these different aspects in the next meeting. So we have to be put the student in the different perspective and put another problem in front of him, and then put he's thinking in that you have to think in the different way, different perspective, and what type of skills he should learn on that. If you want to do research in that area, so you have to learn these skills. For example, if you want to do this research, you have to conduct the research, qualitative research. For qualitative, you have to learn the in vivo, so you should know the in vivo, how it would work, or mathematical analysis, you should know it, how its themes would occur, how the different things would matter, and how you put the different quotation of interview in that. So these are type of different things where the student would come to you, that you have to put a different narrative in front of this. So in this way, you can prepare the students that he or she think critical thinking in different aspects, and they use their own brain and use the already published material and go through that, and then would able to come with different learning and then come up to with you. So in this way, we have to prepare our students to think in a different way, to give that direction in the different way. So it's in artificial intelligence time period, the responsibility of the teacher and responsibility of the supervisor is more essential to check, not only check, to provide the guideline, to provide the right path, to provide the right direction. This is very important. Data literacy, yes, I already talked about in my previous slide. So librarians pay a lot of things on that they have to they have to provide some data literacy workshops for their users. In this data literacy workshop, they have to put different slides on these type of AI based data driven tools, their fair use, their different things which I discussed for you in this, that how you can tell them you know citations, and how to put the fair citation in your data. So these type of things we have to literate in the data literacy workshops to our students. So in this way, they would know that yes, this AI based environment is not all in all. The most important things that we have to take the information, and we have to take these main things, and we have to make our brainstorming from that, and then we have to use this information in our document on the fair level. Ethical awareness, we have to tell them the prompt response, responsible and ethic use
Alas
of
11,
technology.
nagpunta na kami diyan ni Marby. Paiwan ako kasi tinapos ko lang yung pinapagawa ni ma'am.
Lifelong learning, encourage
Kasi
adaptability of the
nagwe-webinar na ako,
willingness
yung
to
galasing ko
continuously
pag-ikot ko
learn
na sa
and adapt
bahay.
in the rapid evolving field of AI. we have to tell the students that AI is a lifelong learning procedure and a process. We have to move with that. For example, when internet came up in our life, we move on with internet. Now, internet, if internet close in for only 5 minutes, we think that our breath stop. We cannot take the breath. So why that how internet is being part of in our life, in our daily life. If we are going to purchase anything, we said that okay, we don't need to go any shop, and we don't need to spare any time and waste our time. We are used to do buy anything online. So in the medical, in the ATM, we can use our own, not ATM, even we are using our bank apps on our mobile. So we are using in our daily life internet. So we have to keep these things our mind that now AI is also like internet is AI is also is a lifelong learning experience, and it has to be move on with our own daily lives. So we have to be consider it in on a very light things, that we have to opt it in the learning process part, not only to copy paste part. So this is all. Thank you very much from my side. If you have any question, you can ask any question. You can deliberately discuss your own point of view with me, and you can negate my any point. This is open discussion for you all. Thank you.
Professor Munazza, there are some questions available in
Yes,
the chat box. Can you
yes.
see, or shall I? Yeah, can you see the chat box?
1 minute. Yes. Yes, this is.
Yeah, actually, do you have AI guides for research student is the one question asked by the
Yes.
participant, madam.
Uh, uh, is any library prepare LI guides for the user? I think this is Shahzad Abbas from Pakistan.
Yeah, maybe, yes.
Yes, this is a very good question, but as far as concerned to the library guideline, of course, it has to be prepared for every, library guidelines, but I didn't go through any guideline which is provided by every library. But as far as concerned to the academia, we have certain guidelines. For example, I discussed in my presentation that we should be careful in the document when we are going to check the document, and it has to be less than 5% uh, information we have put in the document. But library should prepare AI-based library guide for the users for intellectual property right and copyright by using different but for example, unluckily in Pakistan, we didn't, or in the Asians, although Sri Lanka is being part of that, we didn't discuss any sort of things on that, because now, right now we are not in a position. We want to deliberately demonstrate distributed different things to our users. We want to facilitate our users, but we are not thinking on that. Let's start chat on that. Let's start discussion on this very important area, that yes, we have to be formulate certain rules and regulations and guidelines which we have to be provided by the library to the users, and we have to follow that library guidelines for the users, that how much for how these type of guidelines we can prevail in our university. First of all, we have to activate our information literacy sort of, data literacy sort of area in our library, and we have to be for example, make the different rules and regulations, and we have to provide the guideline to our library users to use that information literacy and data literacy guidelines and workshops where we literally guide them that how you can use these type of AI based tools in our library, in your research, in your academia. So these type of things, initiative should be taken by the librarian. They have to do these things. You should make it clear what you should tell to your users, and according to that, you have to tell your users. You can use, you can put these guidelines in your library and simultaneously provide some trainings for your users. So that's why they can use accurately. It's a good question by Shahzad Abbas, by the way. It's much needed question, and it has to be, because library is a place where every type of and every kind of student and users would come in the library. So if we guide them, these are the certain concerns and certain guidelines you have to be follow, so it would be very beneficial for them. For example, many libraries in the Pakistan, they are providing different access to how to use the Turnitin, what type, how we can detect the plagiarism from the Turnitin. So these type of software trainings are already available in the libraries. So we have to be provide these type of guidelines about AI too.
Yes, madam, there's another question. Madam, is any library paper on AI library guides for users? Like that, there's another question.
What question?
Is any library paper AI library guides for users? Like that, there's one question.
1 minute, let me. Do you have AI guides for research students? Just lib guides. For research students,
Actually, madam,
we are provided library guides, and students, we have to provide these all information which I provided in this thing, because we have the one thumb rule that we are a cross check of the user material, what they are submitted to us. We, first of all, to me it's very easy to find that material. The writing expression of our MPhil and PhD students, we are well aware that what type of writing they have. So most of the time I came to know that this type of very fantastic and very up-to-date English shouldn't written by the first semester of the PhD and the MPhil students. So, and after that, when I checked that assignment in the Turnitin, so I found that it was generated by AI. So we provided them the fair use of the in this way, that if you use that AI, so you have to mention in the document that you get the assistance from any. But as far as concerned that we are made some sort of guidelines, so we are not made any guidelines for them. But yes, we are telling that yet that you have to not be, you should not use artificial intelligence based any information. It has to be less than 5% of your whole document. If it would be more than 5%, it would not be acceptable, and you would not get the marks, and you could not I will not accept that document.
Yeah, madam, thank you. There's another question. What is artificial general intelligence?
What is artificial general intelligence? I think it's about general information, and after that the artificial intelligence is sorry. General artificial is related to the might be not too much accurate and provide too much accurate information in a way that now there are different phases of different chatbots. For example, if we are talking about the chatbot, general chat GPT, it's provided information in 2020 based documents. Now, with the passage of time, artificial intelligence 4.0 is available, mini 4.0 for smart and AI based tools. If we are using for that, those are more smart, those are more, for example, Chat GPT 4.0 is consisted on 2024 based document which are published. They grab and they get the information by those latest information, latest journals, articles, and the latest report writing. They retrieve that latest one. So in this artificial intelligence, chatbots are playing in a different way. General artificial intelligence based might be not smart enough and might be based on the general sort of information that is not as much as deeper, but as much as deeper and very accurately and up to date information which is used by the latest one and latest one and 4.0 5.0. The latest chat GPTs are using the more accurate and more latest journal articles based, which is surrounding by the latest in researches are published. They get the data by using those informations.
Abhiman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, madam, for the enlightening ideas. I invite Senior Assistant Librarian Dr. Anoma Veeraphone to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you, Abhimani. And good afternoon, everyone. It is my great honor to deliver the vote of thanks for today's insightful session. So on behalf of all of us, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Dr. Munazza Jabeen, Assistant Professor at Allama Iqbal Open University, Pakistan, for her thought-provoking talk on what to teach and what not to teach students about AI. So at a time when both educators and librarians are facing the dilemma of how to effectively incorporate AI into our systems, your insights have truly broadened our understanding and sparked meaningful reflections. So the student participants, I'm sure all of the participants have gained new knowledge on what was discussed today from AI tools, impact of AI tools on students' learning, limitations, advantages, pitfalls, and ethical considerations in using AI, and also best practices. So I'm sure all the participants have gained a vast knowledge on all of these aspects. So thank you very much, Professor Jabeen, for your valuable contributions. You have always been a great support to the Information Studies Unit activities, and we deeply appreciate your continued involvement, and especially today, your commitment to deliver the lecture amidst your bad health condition is greatly appreciated by all of us, and we wish you a speedy recovery. So thank you very much, madam. And next, I would like to express, I would like to give a special thank to our organizing committee of the event. headed by Mrs. Damayanti Gunasekara, acting librarian, deputy librarian of the Open University, and her dedicated team, Mrs. Tushara Abesekara, senior assistant librarian, Ms. Abhimani Veerasinghe and Suvini, the junior coordinators, and others, for their incredible coordination and hard work in making this event a success. So thank you for the organizing committee, and the Library of the Open University and the Information Studies Unit are indeed inseparable. So I extend my sincere appreciation to our diligent library staff, including Mrs. Irosha Marasinghe, Senior Assistant Librarian, and the other technical and academic support staff for their valuable contributions. So please apologize if I have missed mentioning anyone by name. And lastly, to all the participants, thank you for your time, your attention and engagement. Your active participation has made today's event more meaningful. So thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you at our upcoming seminars and webinars, where you can continue to expand your knowledge and gain fresh insights into emerging topics. So we welcome you all and we invite you all to attend our future webinars as well. So once again, thank you everyone, and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Noma, and thank you, Prasam.
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you very much. It was great experience always with my Sri Lankan colleagues and friends, and I always keep this lovely feelings always in my heart, and I would love to be part of more for this information studies, and it's really very near to me. Mrs. Damayanti and my whole colleague Abhimani is very loving to me always. So I would love to participate more. If you would have any sort of webinar series or some code development, whatever you want, just share with me. I would love to be contribute in that, because it's a great learning experience in the both way, like for Pakistan and Sri Lankan's environment. So thank you very much that you consider me for this wonderful event, and I hope we will continue this type of series future, and I will organize one series from Pakistan. So I would suggest that might be in future very soon we will collaborate with Open University, and in a way that other my PhD and MPhil students and your students who would have some sort of collaboration together. So thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Prasam, and also you didn't show your face today. So we need to see your face also.
Okay. Soon might be we will arrange this type of seminar in
Yeah.
the working day, because today is a Saturday is a off over here, and due to my health condition I didn't switch on my camera, but next time I will arrange and I will let you know. And if you have make any plan, just let me know in the working day, so that it would be very convenient for me and for my students. Working
Yeah.
days is a quite compatible for us.
Yeah, Prasam, actually, thank you very much for that collaborative thing. And we also need some student exchange program or the attachment training. So we
Yes.
will discuss it later. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for
Thank you. Take care to
the
everybody.
insightful lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye from my side.
Bye bye.